Hi, I'm Ruff Ruffman. Why the manicure and haircut? Because I have to look my best for next week's Fetch Grand Championship.
This egg roll is delicious.
Wait, that's the manicuring liquid? Well, then what have I been soaking it? Ow! Ink! Oh, that is the last time I put my ink in a... Hang on, hold this. Hello? Oh, it's ready? Excellent! That was my old alma mater, Dogwarts Obedience School. They're making the Fetch Grand Champion Grand Prize, and it's ready to be picked up. So, Blossom? What, you're busy? With what? What kind of business? Cat business? You know what? Your whole species is a mystery to me. Okay, fine. I'll just pick it up myself. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go back to my old school. How about ye fellow canines, wolf loud and strong and true? We heal, we stay, we will obey, we're dogwarts through and through. What? Oh, sorry. Yes, please, groom away. Boy, my professors will be so proud to see the dog I've turned into. Ah! I can't go looking like this. I look like a cat. Life was missing its mystique. My squeaky toys had lost their squeak. And then, out of the blue, I saw the phone, and bam! My destiny was calling me. Pitched my vision for a show. They loved it, thought I was a pro. They got my contract back to find. To their alarm, a dog had signed. Oh, I like that name. I didn't wait to renovate, found 6 contestants, all were great, and now I'm on the road to fame. I've got a game show and its name is... It's very catchy. It rolls off the tongue. Wait, stop. Somebody want to tell me why we got cats singing? And here come the contestants now. He can't live without his video games. Rosario! She doesn't like smelly feet, so take your shoes off far from Nina. He'd really be embarrassed to wear a tutu at the mall. Mike! She's conquered the bicycle. Now she wants to learn to ride unicycles. Bridget! Chomper. That's what his nickname used to be. Let's bring it back. Willie! She's eating pineapple from Hawaii in Hawaii. Maddie! Well, let's get an update on the scores. In 6th place with 1,190 points, Maddie. Nina has dropped all the way to 5th with 1,195 points. Willie is tumbled out of the top spot down to 4th with 1,210. Bridget holding on to 3rd with 1,215. Rosario jumping to 2nd with 1,225. And Mike back on top with 1,230 points. Hi, guys. How you doing? Right.
That fits you.
Yeah, I look like a fluffy cat. That fits me perfectly, like a glove. Well, I'll tell you, that's what happens when you try to save some bucks and get a cat to do your grooming. Anyway, not only am I a dog, not a cat, I graduated from the most prestigious obedience school in the country. Give me a command, any command.
Roll over.
Sit.
Wait, what do you want? Roll over or sit? I can't do both. Okay, sit. Haha, please. I got my PhD in advanced sitting. What else you got?
Roll over.
All right, roll over I don't do, and that's personal choice. I find that a little bit demeaning. Give me something else.
Give us a challenge.
Hey, now that's what I'm talking about, Willie. All right, you're supposed to do the fetching, not me, so good point. Which brings us to today's challenge. Now, guys, this is all very exciting. As you know, the next episode is the season finale, and I get a little emotional, but I'm going to keep it in, because today is all about excitement.
Yes.
One of you will be crowned Fetch Grand Champion and take your place next to Anna, last season's champion, on the Wall of Fame. Anyway, I just recently got word from my old obedience school, Dogwarts, that the Fetch Grand Champion prize is done and ready to be picked up. No expense was spared, which is why I did so many cheap challenges, because all the money was dumped into the prize. Normally, I would have sent my intern, Miss Blossom Von Yum Yum, to pick it up, but she's gone the rest of the week, and I'd pick it up myself, but I can't have any of my old professors see me like this. So, your challenge today is bring the Fetch Grand Champion prize safely back to Studio G. Are you up for it?
Yeah!
Awesome. Now, you'll need to build a crate to pack up and transport the prize. It's mucho heavy. Now, all your instructions are in the mailbox. So, Nina, Maddie, Willie, Rosario, Mike, and Bridget, go! Fetch!
I want
Awesome. Good luck, guys.
Let's go, bye, Ruff.
Hey, tell Professor Abercrombie that I'm still working on that dog biscuit paper,
I
okay?
think it's a little overdue.
With 100 points at stake in the Triumph Tally, let's check in with our fetchers on their challenge.
Guys, swipe your cards.
Good to see my tuition's not going to waste. And there it is, the grand prize. Wow, it's tall and expensive.
Oh, guys, look. Simple supplies to build your crate are provided in 6 different locations around the school grounds. Begin immediately. Okay, let's go. Wait, where do we go?
Okay, build a crate. You know, they're never gonna find all the stuff I hid. I don't want to brag, but I got an A in hiding. Oh, look, there's the grand prize. Ah, Maddie found some wood, good. Do not touch. That's right, new.
Task 1. Wood.
Mike found the hammer. Good job, M-Dog. Hey, what's going on here? Who's opening? Murray, is that you? Murray, if that's your idea of a joke, I am not amused. Put that back. I need that for the grand finale.
I think the first thing that we're gonna have to do
Yeah.
is measure.
All right, guys, we'll be right back in a minute. We're just gonna go measure. Okay.
Okay, so what kind of crate are we building?
Murray, better have put that prize back. Wait a minute. Where is it?
Where'd it go? It's gone. Oh my gosh.
Wait, it's really gone? The grand prize was stolen?
Guys, really bad news.
Yeah, there are no nails or screws either.
Who cares about nails and screws?
The grand prize is gone.
Don't need a crate.
What do you mean it's gone? It's not
Right.
there.
No, I gotta go.
You guys, listen.
Hello?
Are you guys sure it's missing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, this is horrible. Okay, just stay where you are. I know someone at the police department. We will get to the bottom of this. Just don't move.
All right, we'll wait right here.
Oh, what am I gonna do if I can't get the grand prize back?
Do you remember that last year, Ruff? That's it.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, nice quick response.
Detective Rock. I got a call from
Great to
Ruff.
meet you.
What's going on?
The
One at
grand
a time.
prize got stolen. It's
go.
in there. Yeah. All right, come on, guys. Swipe your cards.
All right. What's going on?
The grand prize is missing. It was in there.
Okay, as a detective, I have to tell you that everyone is a possible suspect.
That's right. Wait, everyone? Seriously? The fetchers? The staff? Henry? I'm just kidding, boss. I'm kidding.
Have any of you seen the grand prize? And you all have those swipe cards, right?
Yeah.
To the front door.
Oh, someone may have swiped their card.
How many other people have swipe cards?
Probably the whole
The
staff.
whole staff, okay.
The dog ward staff? You mean my old teachers? The janitor? The cook? They're all suspects, too?
I'm gonna let the crime scene specialist deal with any kind of evidence. I'm gonna look for any other clues and look for suspects.
Wow, this is just like how they do it on TV. Oh, this is TV.
My name is Kevin, and I'm with the crime lab, and this is Amy. She's also with the crime lab.
Does anyone know what evidence is?
It's clues that help understand the crime scene better.
Yes, exactly. It's clues that help us understand something about a crime.
Evidence can be many different types of things, and evidence helps tell us a story about the crime scene.
Folks, listen, I found some stuff in one of the other rooms. I think we all really need to go take a look.
We have evidence
One at a
already.
time.
Oh, Detective Rock is awesome.
Yeah, we've got some evidence here.
What do we got?
Some
Scat?
stuff. And look at this over here. We've got some footprints.
Human
Like
prints.
those,
Not cat prints as I suspected.
We finally got something to work on.
I really would have bet my money on cat.
All right, guys. There's certain characteristics that we all share, right? We all have hands, we all have feet, we all have hair. But then there are certain characteristics that only some of us share. For example, we have different color hair. And then there's those characteristics that are unique to each and every individual, like
DNA.
and yes, excellent.
So what is DNA?
DNA is a molecule that's found in every cell in our body, and it's what makes us unique. DNA acts as a blueprint for our bodies, and it helps determine how we look and what our voices sound like and what color hair we have. Everyone's DNA profile, or their pattern of DNA, is unique. So if we can identify DNA left behind at a crime scene, we can compare it with DNA that we may obtain from suspects to see if we have a match. and we can find DNA in things such as hairs and saliva.
Okay, so the fetchers will have to find evidence and use what they know about the human body to solve the crime. I hope they do it.
Well, I think we should get started.
All right, find out
Nina,
the
Rosario,
grand
and
prize.
Willie, why don't you come with me?
All right. Okay.
All right.
Well, we know that the grand prize is stolen out of this case. We should get in close and see if we can find any hairs or fibers or other trace evidence.
Right.
But one thing that we're going to want to do first is put on some gloves because we don't want to accidentally put any of our own fingerprints onto the evidence. Everybody take a pair.
Thank you.
Willie, why don't you go over and hold the flashlight and maybe Nina can look in and see with you if you can spot anything.
Oh, I see a hair.
You see a hair? Where?
Right there.
Where?
See it?
Yes.
Yep. Should I get it with the tweezers? I got a hair. Ooh, it's black.
Yeah, there's another one too.
Well, we know the thief isn't bald.
There we go.
Ready?
There's a sandwich with only one bite taken out of it. That is a crime in and of itself.
Let's say we take a picture of that just the way it is right now. How are we going to know how big it is?
If we lined the tape measure up next to the shoe print, then we took the picture, we could see.
Correct.
Oh, that is
We
an
put the tape
awesome
measure
idea,
next to it.
Bridget.
When it comes time to print that picture out, we can print it out so it's what we call natural size or life size. And that's what we're looking for this.
Okay.
That's perfect. So you can just let it go. All right.
Let's take a look at what we've got and how these items could potentially be useful to us.
Peanut butter sandwich. We have a green apple.
Oh, both delicious and suspicious.
And a water bottle.
Now, what evidence do we have here that we think might help us individualize a particular person?
The saliva.
I think you're right. DNA is found in the cells that are in our mouth, and those cells are deposited into saliva. The best way to collect DNA from the mouth of a bottle is with a sterile swab that we moisten with a little bit of sterile water.
Okay, so Willie is using a swab to get DNA evidence off the water bottle. Maybe the suspect took a drink.
What are fingerprints made out of?
Your finger?
Yes, they're made from your finger. Yes, they're made from oil. What are we mostly made out of?
Water.
Water? Yes, so it's oil, water, and minerals. There are 3 types of fingerprints. You have a loop, you have a whirl, which is kind of like a circle, and then you have an arch, which almost looks like a tent. You know, to me it looks a little bit like a loop.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Michael, and he is going to develop this one right here.
Mike is dusting for fingerprints. Now, the dust is sticking to the fingerprints so the fetchers can see what they look like.
Now you're going to stick that to this white card.
Okay.
Very nice.
Awesome! It's like moving the fingerprint. That is cool. All right, they have collected the evidence, and now it's time to bring it back to the lab and analyze it.
Thank you.
Hi, folks. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. Good news is that I've collected samples of evidence from the staff up at Dog Wards. The bad news, all 6 of you are suspects also.
Well, okay, fine. Well, since the fetchers are suspects, they need to give samples of their fingerprints, footprints, and DNA. So we can prove that they're innocent.
All right, who's going to give their DNA first?
Okay, they're swabbing the inside of their mouths. Kind of disgusting, but necessary. Oh, wow, they have swipe cards, too.
Remember, all suspects are innocent until proven guilty, including the 6 of you.
Okay.
Okay? We're going to use our evidence that we collected earlier to try and narrow down our suspect pool.
All right. All right.
My group, we're going to head across the hall.
All right. See you guys.
What we're going to do is take a look at the hairs that we collected from the red cloth that was inside the case.
Okay. So I just take the hair and put it on this?
Yeah?
All right, they are examining the hair.
We're going to bring our slides over to the microscope so that we can see the detail a little bit better.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is a huge hair under the microscope.
All of a sudden, it's just that it's like really brown.
There we go.
I think it looks about the same.
So do we agree that all the hairs are brown?
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we take a look at our photos of our suspects and see if we can rule anyone out.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Look out, thief! My fetchers are on the case!
All right, remember how we took pictures earlier?
Perfect.
Yes, we took one with a flash
Good.
and one without a flash. Okay, so remember how we put the tape measure in our picture?
Yeah.
Why did we do that?
So that we could tell how big this shoe was.
Right, and how big is this shoe?
Life size.
11.
11 inches. Why don't we look at the shoes that we have? We'll start with the 6 of you. Why don't you start with Nina's shoe?
Okay. That's not 11 inches.
What do we got?
She's only 9.5 inches, so she's out.
So we can eliminate her. We'll make a yes pile and a no pile right here in front of you.
That's one fetcher down. 9.5. Maddie's out. Oh, thank goodness. I never suspected you for an instant, Maddie.
Michael, we'll do your shoe next.
Oh,
Pretty big shoe.
I got a bad feeling that's a big shoe.
I'm afraid now.
Oh, it's 11.
Exactly 11. All right, well, I think that we should check the design.
Wait a minute. Bridget has a great idea.
This is clearly
The
not
design
good.
on Mike's shoe does not match the design of the photograph, so Mike is out. Phew. Oh, that was a close one. I hope the other fetchers are cleared too. Oh, this is a nightmare. I'm hungry.
I have a file from Detective Rock of all the suspects or all the staff members from dog wards.
We could look at the pattern first instead of measuring them all, because if the pattern's different, then it's not going to be their shoe.
That's true. That would be quicker. Okay, now it's time for the two groups to compare results. Let's see what we got.
Could we please have our sneakers
Do
back?
you guys have any idea where our shoes are?
Dun, dun, dun.
Very interesting.
Thank you.
I'm gonna keep it on us.
Did mine fit?
Maybe.
Willie, Rosario, Nina, and I finished our hair comparisons, and we've decided that we can't rule out anyone with brown hair.
Okay, that means that anyone with brown hair is a suspect. So the blondes and the bald people are out. Good luck. Have a nice day. Now it's time for the footprint results. The rest of the fetchers are out. Okay, so only the suspects with brown hair and matching footprints are still in.
Did we test the fingerprints already?
No, we have not tested the fingerprints.
And I just got word that the DNA results from the swabbing we took from the water bottle are in. And the next thing that we need to do is look at the DNA that we analyzed from the water bottle taken at the crime scene. And remember, DNA is a unique characteristic that each person has, similar to a supermarket barcode.
So wait, what are they, where are we, like a can of peas or something?
There's a really special piece of DNA that can tell us whether the person who has left the DNA behind is a man or a woman. And we designate an X to refer to a woman and an XY to refer to a man. And you'll see that on the DNA results. Hopefully, we can use these results to further narrow down our 5 suspects. These are some of the 16 locations where we have looked at the DNA. Okay? And the results are labeled here as numbers, and they also have corresponding colored peaks.
How do you know if they're X or Y?
Well, we go down here to the gene that tells us whether
It's
a male or
It's a man. It's a male. It's a male.
It's a man! Well, that brings it down to 4 suspects. Margaret is out.
Okay, guys, you ready to look at our fingerprint evidence?
Yeah.
Each of the suspects has their fingerprints pinned under their picture. Very organized.
Down in front on the table here, we have an example of the 3 different types of fingerprints. You have a whirl, which kind of looks like a circle.
Yeah.
Okay, then you have a loop, which you can see the loop. And then finally, we have an arch, and you can see it almost looks like a tent. You know, to me, it looks a little bit like a loop.
Yeah.
The crime scene print is a loop. So the fetchers need to find out which suspects have loops in their fingerprint.
So right now, you can see that we have how many loops?
1, 2.
What does that tell you about the whirl and the arch?
They can be eliminated.
Aha, see? George Holland has an arch and Fred Finchley has a whirl, so they're both out. Only 2 suspects left, Lester Googe and Horace Cecil. One of them is responsible for stealing the grand prize and giving me this awful heartburn.
Let's look at what we call the core. The core is the center of the loop. And then this, where 3 lines meet, that's called a delta. Notice the distance between the core and the delta. Do you think you could eliminate one of these?
Okay, first the fetchers need to count the ridges between the core and the delta on the crime scene print.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, way more.
And now they'll compare that to the number of ridges on Horace Cecil's print. We're gonna find which one of them is responsible for stealing the grand prize.
The delta's right, like 4 lines away from the core. And that's way.
Yeah, that's way too
That's
close.
way too close.
Okay.
Oh, that is too close. That means Horace is out.
Let's see about Horace Cecil.
The patterns are different.
Show me, where are they different?
10 and like they're everywhere.
You're right. The patterns of DNA are different. All right, it's not Horace.
Aha, the other team eliminated Horace too.
All right, let's look at Lester.
Only Lester Googe's print is left. I wonder if it's going to match the crime scene print. I never trusted that cook. He never wears a hairnet.
This arch comes from the bottom of the finger.
Bridget's right, it does look different.
Yeah, but they could always rotate their finger.
You're right. The way it's positioned on this photograph doesn't necessarily mean that's the way it came off their thumb.
I think that he looks sort of like this one.
Now remember, we have to make sure that all 16 pieces of the pattern are the same if we're going to call it a match.
12, 13, 28, 29, 9, 11, 12, 16, 18, 11, 21. Ah! Which did it?
Lester Googe!
Lester.
Whoa, slow down. Do not knock the detective down. I think that's a felony.
Hi, what you got? What you got? Come on, settle down, settle down.
Lester Googe did it. See, we have the information here. And
What do you have for info?
matching DNA. We have info. Okay, this is the DNA from the water bottle.
Okay.
And this is Lester Googe's DNA.
All right.
And they match perfectly.
Okay.
So and also they did a fingerprint. Yeah, and it totally
Totally
matches.
matched? All right. Listen, I got some more news. I keep bringing you
What?
on.
There's more?
It's kind of in between.
A tweener?
Okay, Rosario?
Yes?
You've got gloves on. Take a look at this.
Oh, snap. From the desk of Ruff Ruffman. Lester, thanks for stealing the grand prize. I'll get back to you on where to leave it.
Whoa! Whoa!
So,
He would never write that. Does that mean that Ruff is a suspect?
It
Guys,
does
remember,
not.
Everyone's a suspect.
everyone's a suspect. Here we go again.
Why would I?
Another world of
Someone
adventure.
must have
Don't
forged
forget.
my stationery.
Rubber gloves.
Don't look at me like that.
And I thought we were done.
It just doesn't make sense. I didn't write that letter. Unless I did it in my sleep. Or maybe there's a whole hidden side to me, like in that book, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Well, let's see if the kids are back anyway.
Seriously?
Ruff, do this. Ruff, do this. I don't think he wouldn't do it, but Ruff
wouldn't do it.
Oh. Awkward. Hi, guys.
Did you steal the grand prize?
Absolutely not. There's no motive. There's no reason to. I need it for the show. I didn't do it. So you guys believe me, right?
But everyone's still a suspect.
Rust, I understand I'm a suspect, but let's not rush me off to the pound just yet, all right? Innocent until proven guilty. Isn't that how they go?
Yes.
How about we get back to the show? It'll make us all feel better.
All right.
Even more importantly, time for some points. Ah, see, I like the smiles. Good, good. Well, hey, for keeping a cool head in a stressful situation, you all get 15 points.
Nice.
And for being super sleuths, following the clues wherever they led you, and then properly collecting the evidence, 20 points and 20 more points.
Yes.
Bridget, Maddie, Mike, nice work on those prints from shoes and fingers. That's 15 points right there.
Right.
And ditto to Nino, Rosario, and Willie. You analyzed 15 out of 15 points worth of hair and DNA.
Yeah, you guys.
And for narrowing down all the suspects to Lester Googe and me, 25 points.
Yes.
Sweet.
But is that all the points a dog can give?
No.
What time is it, Super Sleuths?
Bonus points.
That's right, bonus point time. Even though I may be a prime suspect, I can still give out bonus points, though, right?
Yeah.
And I've got 5 points for the one who showed some fancy footwork when it comes to footprints.
Take the picture with the measure there.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
We could look at the pattern first instead of measuring them out.
Which means Bridget with 100 points, you're today's daily winner. All right, now here's the deal, Bridget. I have 2 giant paw prints, one labeled A and other B. behind one is a fantastic prize, and behind the other, well, for today's show only, another fantastic prize.
Yeah.
So, which is it going to be? Paw print A or paw print B?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter, so I'll just pick A.
Okay, then Bridget, step forward to the mailbox and retrieve your awesome prize.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, Bridget. Oh, it's a fingerprinting kit.
Awesome.
That is so cool.
That's awesome.
That's right.
awesome.
It's a detective fingerprint kit. Use it well, and you can start by working to clear my good name, Bridget.
I will.
Awesome, Ruff. That's so
Nice,
cool.
Ruff.
Well, guys, sort of a cliffhanger. Sorry. We will see you for the grand championship. And mark my word, we will get that grand prize back, or my name isn't Ruff Ruffman. Suspected thief. Ah.
All right, bye, Ruff.
Bye, guys. That letter of Gooch's had my paw print, my dog hairs. It even had a tiny piece of egg roll with my DNA on it. Wait a minute. Paw print? And dog hairs? And that egg roll. And now she's gone on cat business, huh? Of course. It all makes sense now. I've been set up, framed by none other than my own assistant, Princess Pepperdoodle Blossom Van Yum Yum. Scoodly bop, skip, skip, skippy dooby dop, choppy dooby dop, bap, bap, bip, bap, bip, dop, dop, boop, bap, bap, bip, 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 bip. Shaddly-dee-ba-dee, bubbity, bappity, bip, bappity, bap, bip, dop, bappity, yip, 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 yip. Yikes.